friend Andy Galgosi suggested the movie Drag Me to Hell. This was released on May 29th of 2009 on a budget of $30 million. Rakes in a hefty $90.8 million at the box office. Written by our friends Ivan and Sam Raimi.
As soon as I saw that, I was, oh my lord.
Directed by Sam Raimi.
Now the bar gets raised even higher.
Starring Alison Lohman as Christine Brown. Justin Long, who I cannot fucking stand. Every time I see him on my screen, I just want to hit him with a shillelagh.
That was her boyfriend?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
As Clay Dalton.
Yeah, that was a bad casting decision right there.
Lorna Raver as the gypsy, Sylvia Ganush, or as in Baba Ganush. Dilip Rao as Ram Jas, who's the psychic. And then we have Adriana Barraza as Sean Sandina, who's the mystic that we meet at the beginning of the movie and come to see later. Bohana Novalkovic as Ilyanka Ganush, who is the old gypsy woman's daughter, granddaughter. I don't fucking know.
Probably granddaughter.
Probably. Reggie Lee as Stu Rabin, who is Christine's co-worker at the bank. Chelsea Ross as Leonard Dalton, who is Clay's dad. Molly Cheek as Clay's mom, Trudy Dalton. And Art Kimbo as the voice of Lamia, Lamia, who is the spirit. So now, starts in 1969, Pasadena, California. We have a Hispanic family going to this house.
Did that look like the ghost house from oh my God.
Encanto?
No. It was the first season of...
American Horror Story?
Yes.
I don't know.
Something else I want to bring up. What was the first thing you thought of when you saw that skull appear in the beginning with the production, Ghost Productions?
Evil Dead.
I thought of Faces of Death.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I saw Sam Raimi, I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go.
I was just pretty much looking for all the trademarks.
And they're in there.
Yep.
They're in there. Hispanic family goes to this house to see the medium. Turns out the little boy stole a silver necklace from a gypsy woman. Well, people never learn, don't steal from gypsies. Bad shit happens.
Correct.
Yeah.
People never learn. So the kid gets, like they try to do like an exorcism or whatever. The kid gets sucked down to hell.
Correct.
And Sean says to the demon, I'll see you again. I'll fight you again. Now we cut forward to present day Los Angeles, California. And we meet our heroine, Christine Brown. She's a bank teller, or a loan officer at a bank.
Correct.
She's on her way to work, and she's, you see her looking into some shops and whatnot. She gets to her bank, and come to find out, she's in line for a promotion to assistant branch manager. It's between her and her scumbag cohort, Stu.
Yes.
We don't know he's a scumbag yet, though, but the suspicion is there. He's a fucking ass kiss. So she puts out. She's working on the on a loan for a couple, gets everything squared away, and then her boss is like, "Hey, why don't you take your lunch? And while you're at it, grab me this." And then Stu says, "Hey, grab me."
Yeah.
And then goes and sucks the boss's ass.
Yes.
And then when she goes and visits her boyfriend.
Correct.
And
Who's
gives
a
him.
professor. Yep,
he's a professor. And he looks like 21 fucking years old. And he looks like a fucking nutsack. Sorry, I don't like Justin Long. I agree with Jim. It was terrible casting. I don't find him enjoyable in anything.
Yeah.
So she's going to leave, and she hears him on the phone with his mother. And turns out his mother's a twat. No other way to put it.
A little bit.
no other way to put it. She's ridiculing her for being a small town farm girl and this and that. Well, you should
date this
you
person.
should date,
yeah.
You know what? Fuck off. Anyway, so while they were having lunch, she gave him a rare quarter that she had come across at the bank, and he's a coin collector, so he puts it in an envelope, sticks it away. That's going to play into things later.
You didn't foreshadow that.
I
saw that coming like a fucking
now
porn
Yeah,
star.
me too.
it just fucking hit me because I'm like, how did? But okay, never mind.
I saw that coming like a fucking porn star.
Yep.
So back at the bank now, this gypsy woman comes in.
She did have a discussion with her boss, and he told her to be more assertive.
Yeah, more. Take more.
You
got to make the hard decisions.
Yes.
Got to make the hard decisions.
Yes.
So this old gypsy woman comes in, and what the fuck were the gypsies called in Snatch?
Pikeys.
Pikeys. Yeah. She was a pikey woman.
Yeah, but she was Hungarian.
Ooh.
You know what I learned? She grew up in York.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and she had a voice coach come over from Hungary. Sorry, yes, Hungary, to help her change
help
her
with the
voice.
accent.
Yes, help with the accent.
Nice.
And Sam actually put in some lines that were in Hungarian.
Nice. She was actually very good. The fucking bad teeth and like the bad false teeth.
Yes.
That's a fucking double whammy right there. the obviously infected fingernails. It looked like her fingernails looked like a fucking Lamisil commercial.
Oh.
Yes.
And then the eyeball.
Yeah, she's got a wonky eye. They really played that well.
Yes.
So the gypsy woman is there to get an extension on her mortgage, and she's already gotten 2 extensions.
Right.
So Christine goes to talk to her boss, and he's like, "It's your call."
But we know there's a correct and a not correct thing.
Yes, we know there's exactly. There's the correct call and the humane call to make. She makes the business correct call, and she says we can't extend you any more time.
Correct.
So now this gypsy woman is going to lose her house. And she gets down on her knees and begs. And
yes.
You beg me, or I beg you and you shame me.
Yeah, because she called security.
Yeah.
Rightly so.
Yeah.
She was getting handsy.
Yes. So security escorts the gypsy woman out of the bank. And now Christine, at the end of her day, is going through the parking garage. And there's an old
442, the car.
Yep. Sam's got to have that 442 in every fucking thing. But anyway, Sam, we see that car, and like fucking.
Okay, so she sees the car. She sees the lady in the car. She hurries to get inside her car, and then does nothing.
I don't think she saw her in the car. You didn't really see.
Oh, that's why
you heard the coughing.
Yes,
but you didn't see anybody.
Well, she kind of maybe I want to say put 2 and 2 together because then she hurried to fumble and get into focus.
She put 2 and 2 together and got 5 because the old gypsy woman was in the back of her car.
Well, what happened was as she's sitting there, that freaking handkerchief came flying by. You're just gonna sit there and stare and watch this thing soaring towards you? No. Put the fucking car in reverse and get the fuck out of there. But that's how the gypsy woman got inside her car. I assume, I'm thinking this, that kerchief was her floating by because she had some supernatural shit going on with her as well.
Allegedly.
And I think when the kerchief came around, it went into the back of the car, and that's how the lady appeared in the back seat behind her.
Right. So now the fight ensues. It's your typical Sam Raimi
Yes.
fucking supernatural fight scene. It's crazy. It's chaotic.
She tried to gum her.
She tried to, the false teeth come flying out. She tried to gum her. And, like, her mouth opened up big enough to take her entire lower jaw.
Yes.
I'm like, whoa, that's some shit right there. That was impressive. So now they're outside the car, and the old gypsy woman rips a button off of her coat.
Correct.
And she puts the fucking Maloik on her. She puts the curse on her.
Mm-hmm.
And now this fucking weird shit starts happening. She goes home. There's, like, pots and pans rattling around. Your typical Sam Raimi
Bullshit.
stuff.
Yep.
So now she goes and tracks down this. She goes and tracks down the woman. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, did she try and track down the woman, or did she go to the
I
psychic
thought she went to the
first?
psychic first.
Yeah,
Well,
her and her boyfriend.
Oh, that's right. Her and her boyfriend are out for dinner, and she stops in at the psychic.
Yeah, because she happened to see the psychic and wanted to ask him, and when he told him how much it was, the boyfriend was like, "Oh, fuck this, get out of here." And then she goes, "No, I'll pay."
And of course, it's the only legit psychic.
Yeah. And so he's doing his reading, and he's looking in her eyes, and he sees the demon.
Correct.
No, you gotta go. You gotta go. I see bad shit. Here, take your money back. Well, all this bad shit keeps going on. So she's buying it. That she's that this is fucking real.
Yes.
So she goes and she goes to find the old woman
Mm-hmm.
because her granddaughter or whatever was like kind of the next of kin and was listed on the paperwork.
Correct.
Come to find out, the old battle axe is dead.
Yes.
And they're having a wake.
Oh yeah, gypsy wakes are a fucking treat, ain't they?
That whole boy, that poor girl went through some shit.
Yeah, she did. So she ends up knocking the gypsy woman's carcass down.
Her fucking body fell out.
Yeah.
And then all of the stuff that was inside the gypsy went into her mouth.
Yeah, the embalming fluid.
Oh my God.
That's great. All of Sam Raimi's hollow marks are there.
Oh.
So now all this shit continues to go on. Now we get to the point where they go to have dinner at Clay's parents.
This is after. Where did she get the idea to sacrifice the cat?
Oh,
From
the psychic. The
Yeah,
psychic tells her there needs to be a blood offering.
Yeah, it was before dinner, and I was, oh, not the kid. Oh, not the
That's
cat.
what I said too.
I was like, oh, come on. And of course, right before,
Yeah, she's burying
Dinner.
the goddamn cat.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
mm-hmm.
I like cats.
Yeah, definitely.
But anyway, so now they're at dinner at Clay's parents' house, and Clay's father is just kind of fucking milk toast.
He seems nice.
He's fucking milk toast. Nothing. He's lets his hag of a wife run
Ooh.
all over things. She is a complete and utter twat, and that's all borne out at the at dinner. And now Christine's having all these fucking weird hallucinations about the cake.
Yes.
But it seems like the mom's coming around when it's like she just did that honesty. It's like, what about you? She's an alcoholic.
Yeah,
Just blurts it out and says, that it is what it is, you know?
yeah.
And the mom seems to finally kind of come around.
Correct.
But then the cake hallucinations start.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, Christine fires a glass across the dining room. And, it's more bad shit on top of bad shit. So now she goes and sees the psychic again. And, hey, I know somebody who might be able to help you, but it's not going to be cheap.
Correct.
I need 10 grand in cash.
Yeah, and I'm really surprised that they didn't, because, boy, the whole thing really starts to sound like scammy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, shit, we skipped the part. She's back at work, and, she has the nosebleed from hell.
Yes.
the nosebleed is like all over the place, like
Gushes over her boss.
yeah, like a super soaker nosebleed.
Yes.
And at this point, Stu, the fucking shitbag that he is, steals a huge loan contract that she's been working on and attempts to broker a deal with a rival bank.
Correct.
For it. What a dirtbag.
Mm-hmm.
So this costs her the job.
Yeah, almost her job too.
Almost her job, but it costs her the assistant manager position. I gotta take my headphones off, man. My ears are fucking sweaty.
Oh.
But so all this goes on. She goes back and sees the psychic again, and he says, "I have somebody that might be able to help, but it's not going to be cheap."
Mm-hmm.
So she has to come up with $10,000 cash. So they show her like loading everything she owns of any value in a trunk, and she ends up getting like $3,800 for it at the pawn shop.
Yeah.
Which again, I was like, wow, I didn't think she was gonna get that much because
Yeah.
I'm just picturing like Pawn Stars. Best I can do is $10.
Yeah, well, Rick Harrison's a shitbag person. So, but anyway, so somehow she comes up with the $10,000.
Well, the boyfriend
oh,
gives it to her.
Oh, that's right.
They never had a conversation about the money,
Yeah.
but somehow he knows about the $10,000.
yeah,
And she was eating Turkey Hill ice cream,
yes,
which I thought
Yes.
was nice.
Yes.
yeah. She's eating Turkey Hill ice cream, chocolate marshmallow.
Mm-hmm. Which they had established earlier that she used to be fat,
Yeah,
and I guess she's just again wallowing and say, you know what, screw it all.
yeah. So now we go back, and we go back to the original house and see Sean again, and there has to be a blood sacrifice again. So they've got this white goat instead of the black goat in there, and they're going to summon the spirit and transfer it to this white goat, and they're going to kill the white goat. Well, typical Sam Raimi fashion, shit goes sideways.
Exactly.
But we forgot something. They're driving there, and the boyfriend has to slam on the brakes. She's put. Oh, she found out how. Or wait, this is
later on.
This is later on. Okay, yeah, that's later on. So all this shit goes sideways again at the house.
Yeah, that is when the movie really picked up.
Right. The psychic can't they fail at the psychic.
The demon possessed the psychic instead of the goat.
Well, first they got to psychic, but then they transferred it to the goat.
And they end up not killing the goat.
But before they're able to kill the goat, somehow it got into the other fella, whoever he was,
yeah,
the goat herder.
yeah, yeah. The assistant, the goat roper.
Yeah.
So
Spits the cat out.
yeah, spits out
Yeah.
the poor little kitty cat. Sean ends up dead, and now the only way to get rid of the curse is you have to pass that cursed object. You have to gift it to somebody else.
Yes.
To be honest, I felt that was like a Wizard of Oz ending. Like the way to do it was in your feet all along.
Yeah.
It's like they should have led with that. Hey, here's the cursed object. Give it to somebody.
Yeah. Well, now so now her and the boyfriend are driving along, and she has the button, the cursed button, in an envelope.
The minute I saw him put it in the envelope, I'm like, oh,
Yep.
fuck.
Same here. Same here. So they have to slam. He has to slam on the brakes to avoid running somebody over. She scoops everything up, and she's got a plan that she's gonna give.
She's at the diner.
Yeah, she's at the diner, and she's talking to the. She was gonna give the button to Stu.
Yeah, she was looking over kind of everybody there.
Yeah.
And then when it came to Stu, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
But then she has a change of heart, and she calls Ram, the other psychic. She calls him back. Is there a way to transfer it to a dead person? Well, there's some gypsy stuff that you can do it. Find out you can transfer the curse to somebody dead. So she goes and digs up the old gypsy woman and tries to transfer the curse to her. Now, during all this, it's a fucking rainstorm, of course, because why not?
Yeah.
You
Hell
want
of
to
a-
know what this reminded me of? The start of Army of Darkness when he's down in the pit.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Go figure. Another Raimi joint.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's got some poltergeist stuff in there.
Yep.
You know, you moved the graves, but you didn't move the fucking bodies.
Yeah.
And of course, she has to get clonked on the head with the fucking tombstone.
Yeah.
That was a nice touch. So she thinks she's given.
Yeah. She shoved the envelope in the.
Ganoush's mouth.
Yes.
Yeah. Shove the envelope in Ganoush's mouth. She gets out. Now, her and her boyfriend are getting ready to go on a trip.
Mm-hmm.
And
She wants to get rid of the coat.
yeah, she wants to get rid of the coat.
She sees a nice coat in the window.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and gets a new coat. And they all meet at the train platform.
Yeah. Oh, well, what'd you get rid of that coat? I like that coat. I was going to give you the button back.
Yep. And oh,
And she falls off the platform.
Yes.
And as the train's coming, you think she's going to get mowed down by the train. Guess again. The pit to hell opens, and she gets drugged to hell.
Mm-hmm.
And there ends the movie. What did you guys think?
Well, I mean, it was. I'll be honest. I mean, I know, and I like Sam Raimi movies, but my God, did this almost not seem like it was just like another thing in the Evil Dead universe?
Yep.
It kind of did. Yes.
I mean, I was actually looking for the Necronomicon when they were in the shed. I was looking for the chainsaw. I was surprised Bruce Campbell somehow wasn't in the movie.
I know.
somewhere.
Not even a cameo.
Yeah, and I was looking, but you could tell like a lot of the shots, a lot of the way, like heavy kind of noise, and then silence. There were so many Raimi, and again, the movie to me though really didn't pick up until that seance at the house.
Yeah.
Then up until that point, it was just kind of like, man, everybody is shitting on this girl. And it's like I felt terrible for her, and then all of a sudden at the house, that's when she started turning into a little bit of a badass
Yeah.
with fighting and everything else. And she seemed to get her confidence back. She did get the promotion because Stu had confessed.
yes.
Yeah.
It's like everything seemed, but I knew because I know how movies are. When I saw him put the button in the envelope, I'm like, fuck.
Yep. I called that one.
I was like, damn it.
I think I missed that part.
I
That's the
called it right
problem.
away, too.
Yeah, overall, though, it was a good film. If you're a Sam Raimi fan, I was a bit taken aback by a PG-13 horror film.
Well, it's billed as a horror comedy.
I mean, but it's a very...
He wanted.
I know, but again, I understand. So this is one that is like almost like, I want to say a family-safe horror film.
yeah.
Because except for the cat scene. That I don't like. I don't like the cat scene.
Well, thankfully, you never see. They don't.
Yeah, if
don't
they
show
would have had a pet rat or a pet bird, you know what I mean, I would have accepted that more than the cat was so cute.
I know,
and it
it was-
hurt. It hurt. That tore. And then when they said animal sacrifices,
My God.
I foreshadowed. I knew what she was gonna do, and when she came out with the knife, saying "Here, kitty, kitty," I'm like, no.
Yeah, same here.
It was like, but again, I'll give it a thumbs up, even though it's not my type of horror movie.
Right. Fair enough. Jim?
I can't believe I've never seen this. I mean, I totally missed this movie when it was coming out, and I don't know how. He did one, I think it was called The Boogeyman 2 or something like that.
I don't know.
Something like that. But anyway, when I read about this movie a little bit, him and his brother actually started writing this,
10 years before.
before he started the Spider-Man franchise. And it sat on a shelf for that long.
Yep.
And then it premiered at Cannes Film Festival, for Christ's sake, if you can believe that.
Yeah.
But I had...
And it's pronounced con, by the way.
by the way. Yeah, okay. But,
Fuck it, can.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I say can.
Well, it can I'll give you, but not cans.
Cannes. That was stupid, yeah. Because it's ES.
He also says the Walmarts. So I mean,
I
honestly,
don't say Walmart's.
And Taggers.
the Taggart.
Whatever.
And
Stop.
Colvach.
Stop.
I had no idea who wrote or directed this movie until I saw the opening credits.
Yeah.
And then I went, oh, shit.
Yeah.
this delivered. This good job, Andy. This gets 2 thumbs up from me. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It had everything you'd expect from a Raimi, a Sam movie.
Raimi.
Him.
Was Ivan the brother that was in DS5 and
Yeah.
okay.
You can tell this is a Sam Raimi movie. His hallmarks are all over it. Like you said, you know, the juxtaposition of sound where something really loud and then nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The weird camera angles, jump cuts, everything that you would expect from a Sam Raimi picture, minus some of the blood and guts because it's PG-13. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Andy, once again, good job. Unlike Bill, you deliver. Thumbs up.
You know, the Olds was even in Doctor Strange,
Yep.
Yeah.
which was, I thought, pretty cool.
Every Raimi movie, that car makes an appearance.
Yeah.